let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe.
Easy.
Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fight like dragon. Man, I'm flying past that savage.
Forward. Shit. Deuce.
pride. Ain't nothing worse than losing your hero and can't say bye. And we never know just when it's our time, but legends is gone and we don't know why. So before they go, look, here go toast. Give them a rose while they still alive. I'm feeling like real. I feel like I'm feeling myself. I'm gonna be real. Cause I was a flex with no one could feel. Don't know how it feels. I wanted to flex and go for the chill. I'm making a flip. My life is lit.
One.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
He was taken down by
a quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up second.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Play action. Now it's Murray. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Play fake. Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Murray now on first down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one 28 yards on the ground. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Second and goal.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Snap comes to Murray at 1. Buying time to his left. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Maurice Hurst in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
A 33-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jet sweep to start the drive. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
2 brings up 3rd and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And some room to work. And they'll get this down to the 10. That good for 19 and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. From the gun, Murray. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Is good.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be a...
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
To the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Throwing right, and that's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. The If you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Murray. And it'll be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. 79 Bronco.
Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. That'll be complete to Breida.
The pass.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
The 23-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Breida. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
Out of the shotgun, Breida.
21-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. On play action, they'll throw. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Myers on for the field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Cardinal first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
They fake the handoff, now Murray. He'll get this to his tight end, it's Jonnu Smith. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Arizona.
Murray now on 1st down. Smith catches left side. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Fields this way up at the 17. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hall. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
Check, lucky. 49, check 49.
This is Breda. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Hey. 4 down.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to DK Metcalf.
Complete.
7 yards on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
3rd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Here's Breda. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Budda Baker. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And Pete Carroll looks like he likes his chances with the offense on the field. They're going for it on 4th. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Murray. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
4th down.
Murray sets to throw on fourth. Able to find Isabella. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Now a handoff looking right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing on second down, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the fourth down stop, but now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Rabbit, 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 rabbit. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. At 19 tight, 19 tight. Watch his flag.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Now the Seahawks going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Prater's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves.
He's got it at the 15. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 61 yards. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score.
For the Seahawks field goal. of 31.
Myers' kick is good, and that'll move them back within 6 now. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Trey Flowers picks it.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while? Or it got his man complete. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Jason Myers for the extra.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
And it's third down.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for the Cardinals, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Seattle, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try